With us is a man that needs no introduction on this issue. He had the courage and fortitude, the perseverance to take on a lot of special interest. I guess it was now about 18 months ago when we first proposed the toughest spay and neuter ordinance in the United States of America, the author of LA's groundbreaking spay and neuter law, and a good friend of both animals and people, Councilmember Richard Alarcon.
Thank you, Mayor. It's one thing to get it passed, it's another thing to get it signed, and we want to thank the Mayor for signing the strongest legislation regarding spay and neuter law in the country, and now more than 30 states have adopted at least similar legislation. You know, Mayor, it's interesting, as politicians we get howled and barked at all the time, but it's never so enjoyable, so we want to thank all the happy animals that are here expressing their emotions. You know, aside from the happiness that we're experiencing today, the reality is that these are tough times. And most people don't understand that during tough economic times, it's tougher on animals because they are not fed properly, they are abandoned more regularly. In fact, in our shelters, they're being inundated with animals that are abandoned when their homes were forfeited back to the banks. We have tens of thousands of animals that are now coming to the shelters. Unfortunately, we are not able to keep up with this stream, and so, you know, what are we supposed to do? Just sit there and lay idly by and let more animals die as a consequence of our economy? Well, no. Judy and Keely said we can't let that happen, and we cannot rely on the government stream of revenue to ensure the safety of our animals. And so they said we gotta find more money, which is something Judy is pretty good at, actually. And she said, well, why not do a license plate? And what a cool license plate! I mean, Pierce has actually captured the perfect California cat. Because this cat is so cool, almost as cool as the cool cat the artist is. You know, people are going to want to put this on not even knowing what the issue is. They're just going to say, I want that on my license plate. So this is a tremendous opportunity. And I know that Californians are going to embrace it. They are going to embrace it because Californians at heart do love animals. We don't necessarily take care of them as we should, but we do love them. And we are getting better at it. Mayor, when you signed that ordinance, you set a new standard, not just for Los Angeles, not just for the state of California, but for the country, because those 30 states are now the majority in the nation. And there are others that are working on legislation to do the exact same thing. Now that is leadership. So let me just say that courage was the last thing it took. Craziness maybe, I don't know, but it was something that needed to be done. With all the noise about passing a bill in Sacramento, you know, I just said, you know, why pass one in Sacramento when LA's the place? Let's do it here and do it our way. But now my good friend Dean Flores has taken it up. In fact, contacted us early on to see, to make sure that it was modeled appropriately, and we're hoping to pass that. I hope you all will support that in any way that you can. I know that the mayor and I will. But this is a tremendous day for the animals. So for each license plate that we sell after 7,500, we will know that we are saving animals' lives and placing them out of harm's way. So for that, I want to personally say thank you for your continued efforts. Being an animal lover is tough, because to change the social perspective is the most difficult thing to do. And yet you fight that fight, and I appreciate that. So on behalf of the next generation of animals who will exist because of your efforts, we all want to thank you.